Can I write a piece? Can I write a piece about my piece? Can I say my piece? Can I say my piece? Oh, please. Let me write a piece. Let me write a piece about my piece. Let me say my piece. Let me say my piece. So please.
This feels like the Game of Thrones special that never happened.
You just had to do the clap thing. All right. Oh my gosh. A little bit. If I mess up, will you be able to edit it?
I was about to start.
The pressure is on.
Yeah. What, how long is it?
Maybe 5.
Okay. That's okay.
So, how are you feeling today?
Nervous, but so excited.
I'm pretty good. A little nervous. Haven't had cameras in front of me in a while, so this is fun. I'm chilling. I'm okay.
Better. Less nervous. This is actually my first time performing my own poetry, my own pieces, so it's quite exciting, I would say. Yeah, I was feeling very ready, and then now I feel less ready, but it is well. We move by faith.
Hello.
So, what happens if you don't win tonight?
Ooh, then I go home and I eat ice cream and then I clap for the person who has. I mean, I think the people who are up here are, it's stress. I think it's hard to do something creative competitively because it's so much about the person. So it sort of feels like you're dissecting someone's being and not necessarily their work, because their work is them. You can't like separate the two. Well, I mean, I'm going on stage like I've already won. It's important to carry that energy with you. But to be honest, I didn't come here to either win or compete, but to most importantly, to tell my story. And most importantly, to tell women's stories. So I don't think I would feel bad. I mean, I've met quite a number of them. I know some of them, and they're all really cool. So I think regardless, I just think it will be fun.
Open your mind right now. Open your mind right now. Kaongeza ikwet mistari na mali, of course ningekuwa Mansa Musa. MCs walali wa kontoz, utadhani wananacha funza. Tafadhali sabali hata sijaanza funza. So wacha ni wafadhili na soul kushinda Williams. Nimekam na changetheflow, so hini ya my sister. After Daudi went your heir to the throne, ilisikia malaika waki-whisper. Rap King Solomon, sina time to spare. So naandika kama whispers, ignite the storm. You can feel it in the air, wanataka sauti za Kiafrika. Tambua mitambo bana.
Pardon my tongue as it tries to skip but slips on words unsung, as it fumbles with its L's and R's and P's and B's, as it reveals the roots that make up me. Pardon my tongue, for when combined with the air expressed from my lungs, you can still trace a history within these roots. Still hear my people saying, please, don't shoot. Pardon my tongue.
What is poetry to you?
It's just a form of expression.
Expression.
Putting down words that I may not necessarily be able to say. I start off from writing, working my way up to speaking, and even the speaking, it's rare and far between. So poetry to me is just another way to say the same thing in a way.
I mean, there's some pieces where I write and I'm like, oh my god, all my heart is on the paper or in my notepad in my phone. But and then there's some where it's just like, it's just a fun piece to do. So I think it's everything and anything and all that in between. And I think that's why it's really magical, how you can play around with the words and draw from experiences and from your emotions. And also it feels like therapy sometimes for the really deep ones. Yeah.
You're one of the judges today.
Yes.
What are you expecting from the poets?
Fire.
We need to read our history, find out the truth, because come 2022, we cannot re-elect these buffoons. In fact, I recall more awkward silences in actual conversation with his shallow compliments, his punctuation. There was fluctuation within our infatuation.
Because I did not come to serve the patriarchy, darling. I did not come to serve the capitalist.
An identity crisis, low self-esteem, standards of shit, terrible coping habits, because that says a lot more about you than it does about me. Maybe you're projecting.
7-year-old girl walks into the therapy room. She says her mother brought her here. She doesn't know why. I say, it's fine. Let's start slowly. Draw me a family picture.
Would winning this feel different since it's an all-female slam?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I think winning the first one in itself is just like, how? What? Excuse me? And I think so many weeks later, I had to look at my trophy and be like, oh, it's still here. Like, it actually happened. So even this one, like, I think for me, with slam, it's never the outcome. It's always the process. So yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't say I feel like this is a competition. Yeah, I just feel like we're all sharing what we have, and yeah, well, the person who is quote unquote the best is the one who will win. But at the end of the day, we're all the best and we all win, because you cannot compete. Narratives cannot compete. Perspectives cannot compete. They can only be shown because they're different.
I did my best. That's what I'm here to do. Plus, I enjoyed every minute of it, so I'm not here for regrets whatsoever.
Amen.
I'm not here for regrets whatsoever.
I'm fine. I'm chilling. Like, this has been fun. Whatever happens, happens. There are so many amazing poets today. Whoa. Amazing poets today. But there's no losing today. So we're feeling good. We're actually feeling really good.
True. Plus, your album is...
I'm nervous still. Yeah, it's a strong lineup and we have so many strong characters. So it's quite something, you know, yeah.
With 23.7 points out of 30, congratulations Gisheru Wanjiku, you make it to the next round. And with 16.2 points out of 30, Pondering Panda, thank you so much for participating.
Let's
and
appreciate her
congratulations
for being here,
for
joining
making it
us
this far.
Yeah.
With 25.9 out of 30 points, congratulations, Call Agneta. And with 19.5 points out of 30, thank you so much for taking part in this Najma. You have done so well so far.
We appreciate you. You are an
lot.
amazing performer. Thank you for joining us into this Women's Slam. We hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.
Yes, pardon my tongue, but know that none of these are slips. My tongue is a weapon and I will crack it like the whip it is. I will cut you down to size if you think yourself too big. Don't expect me to reward your ignorance with my silence. My tongue does not slip when it says no. You cannot touch my hair. It is my crown, it is my own. No, you cannot touch me there. It is my space, it is my own. No, you cannot tell me what to wear. It is my identity, it is my own. Side note.
I think when I started to write, that was like literature class. It was like, I had a really cool professor back then who was like, describe a color, but don't say the color. I was like, ooh, I can do that.
Let's try this. Describe.
Freestyling. Okay, let's go.
Can I name the color?
Yeah, you say the color, and then now whatever piece or whatever words I come up with have to depict that color.
Color. Purple.
Ooh. You're asking me to freestyle and it's off the cuff, but okay, I'll try. Oh, he says, after putting me on the spot, royalty. She reigns, she walks, she talks, she listens. Royalty. She stands on her own. She is royalty. I don't know. Royalty, for me, when I think of purple, I think immediately that side. I think of a strong color that is able to stand on its own. I think of women, because hello, women slam. I think of women, specifically like Beyonce came into mind. I was like, Beyonce in purple, let's go. What is Beyonce in purple? So those 3 lines are all you're gonna get from me because I don't freestyle that much. Give me like 30 minutes with purple and I can...
We'll check.
Check in like 30 minutes. But basically that's why it started.
For someone to come out and express themselves, it's not easy. Social media has paved the way for people to... That's how I started. I used to write, put the books away, but then Facebook came and then I wrote, posted one piece, guys liked it, posted the next and next and next. So it's not easy, but just the encouragement they get, like for example now this event, the encouragement they get from us, from people out there. Poetry is interesting. I don't know who'd think poetry is not interesting. It's very interesting.
I got intrigued by it, how you can play with words, how you can like make rhyme schemes, how you can just say something without saying the exact same thing. The hardest word to understand in the English vocabulary has got to be the word no. 2 letters, you think it would be simple, but no. See, a man could pull up to you and you say, no, thank you. But he will still insist as if he's likely to get lucky the more he persists. And to show you how little respect he has for your no, you will tell him that you have a man even when you don't, because he's more likely to respect you as some man's property than he is to respect you for your no.
As a woman, we have so many things to say, but not enough ears to listen. So, you know, with guys, it's like, yeah, let's do this, macho. And with us, it's like, if you're outspoken and you go on stage and you're commanding attention, people are like, tone it down, kidogo, you know? So it's definitely different. And even when we're preparing, for example, during the slam, I hope I'm not shading anyone, but during the slam last time when we were preparing, I could see the difference backstage even between, for example, me and Ellie Poet, and the nerves and the message you're trying to send and how you feel people are going to accept your message. You know, being a female, you're always afraid of how people are going to take you because you have the standard to live by, you know, pretty, soft, gentle, cute, you know, what you're speaking about should be acceptable, not too much, you can't speak about this thing. So it's so difficult because you're walking on landmines. Every single time you write a piece, you're thinking, if I put this out there, how are the other women gonna view me, you know? So it's such a headache sometimes, it really is.
It can be very intimidating to stand in front of a crowd and to kind of try and find your place and find your voice in this space. You have very many men who are just gonna stand and be like, yo, listen to me, I'm a poet, go. And then women will be like, can we listen? Hi, hello.
The industry is kind of filled with a lot of male folk, and males don't take females seriously. There's just this tendency to dismiss females. So that would be the only thing I would say is a hindrance.
Labda mimi sababu ya kiherehere yangu, I can step in, but that's not always the case. I tend to push and fight for whatever position I want, and the space isn't there to just take. It's for you to just like try and cut your way through. That might be one of the issues.
It must be your hindquarters, I'm still real, try be the sublime soldier. This power in numbers, 1183 came to override your orders. Quit stinking on the MIC, na simanishi your order. Are you a Christian Dior? Cause who you gon' call on when we start spraying ka graffiti ko posters? The NX Costa Nostra boss, nimazishu na order. Nimazishu na order. So let me tell you something about me.
Fresh and renewed.
What poets inspire you, or rather, who are your favorite poets?
Oof, that is a rough question. Dolphin, number one, I would say. That's like one of my favorite poets. And he's also like a favorite poet because he can reach such a wide crowd. Like, we went for a show of his and my mom was out there snapping because he said something in Meru and I was like, sawa, you appeal to everyone. But he's definitely a favorite. For females, I'd say Kola Agneta. Sorry, my bad. My tongue is just falling apart today.
Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's so chill. Yeah. So what happened is, I was talking to Stella earlier and she said you're like her biggest inspiration.
Who paid you? I mean, I don't said it exactly like that, but I said you amazing. And like I was just like, oh my gosh, Nicole.
So he just added a little spice?
He added a little spice, and that's his job.
Okay.
But you are still amazing.
Okay,
In my eyes, you are the best.
I see it.
So it's
Thank
like
you.
amazing to share stage with you. It's
Thank
like
you.
bucket list check.
Wow.
Wow.
So just go home.
Sometimes you write a piece and if someone else says it, it's a great piece, but just because they're saying it, it doesn't connect. You have to be one with that piece where it doesn't feel like it was rehearsed or written, but it feels like it's flowing from you. And I get that a lot from Dofa, and I get that a lot from Cole. I get a lot of that from yours truly. It just flows effortlessly. It's like you're speaking to someone as opposed to like reciting.
I mean, what are the characteristics of the girls that you hunt for? An identity crisis, low self-esteem, standards are shit, terrible coping habits, because that says a lot more about you than it does about me. Maybe you're projecting.
Mommy says, because daddy loves me, because he always wants me to feel pretty, because I am his property, I mean his wife, I mean, never let a man touch you like this though. 7-year-old girl sits in my therapy room. She smiles. She says, when I grow up, I want a man just like my daddy, who will love me just like my daddy, who will make me feel beautiful just like my daddy, but mommy always cries.
Then we see each other truly. That excitement to cut up that orange and eat it, the disappointment, and you knew it. It's bitter. But you eat anyway. No wasting, isn't that what your mama taught you?
I feel so good. I feel excited. It's like some of the nerves are out, but some of them are still there because, you know, we want to know if we'll make it for the next round. So there's that thing for like, should I rehearse my next piece or should I just sit and be like, I won't make it? So, but I'm excited. I know I'll be in the next round.
Dorcas Lungashi, the poetic snob, and Queen Akinyi. Step up.
With 27.2 points out of 30, congratulations, Poetic Snob. You make it to the final round. With 24.9 points out of 30, congratulations, Queen Akinyi. You make it to the next round.
Can I write a piece? Can I write a piece?
And with 13.9 points out of 30, congratulations,
Can I say
Dorcas
my piece?
Lungashi.
Can I say
Thank you so much
my
for being
piece?
here with
Oh,
us.
Let me write a piece. Let me write a piece about my piece. Let me say my piece. Let me say my piece. So please.
And our final 5 who go to the next round.
So, why do you write?
Why do I write? Christ, I've never even thought of it.
I don't know.
I write to write.
Because words exist.
I don't know actually. I don't know why that's hard for me.
I write because I can. Honestly, I write because there's paper and pen, and there's so much up here. When I put it down there and look at it, it gives me a whole different perspective on who I am and my experiences. I like to say Aminata Zahra on stage and Aminata Zahra in real life, 2 different people.
My hair defies gravity. The sun is my lover. See how she plays with my skin. I range from caramel all the way to midnight. Each color painted so beautifully. Curvaceous, vivacious. My culture, contagious. And it's evident. Look how many people are trying to be like us.
I wonder if Daddy Wasn't Home was written all over me. Do I have the stench of the lack of a father figure? Is the rate at which I take my pants off based on whether I saw him in you? Because if it is, then that should worry you.
And then the meetups. Lunches and coffees and cocktails, soirees and book clubs.
How do you tell this beautiful girl that one day she will realize that this world wasn't made for us? This world was made for us to be second tier, for men to put their feet on top of us like coffee tables. How do you tell this beautiful girl that sometimes, just sometimes, you wish you weren't a woman too?
Do we remember the genocide in the name of Christian crusades? This is what they called civilization.
I'm broken without him, so I need you to fix me. Tell me I'm pretty, make me feel special, tell me no man deserves me. I already know this.
There's a lot of layers of pain and hurt hiding behind a facade of strong woman.
Stop these clandestine leaders and their clandestine politics from controlling us. Gisheru Wanjiko.
And our champion for the Women's Slam 2020, the second edition. Out of a possible 30 points.
I got into it, started writing for myself in the background, and then one day I just decided, all right, I've been writing this piece, let's see what people think about it, and never looked back since. It's been go, 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 go. And then people just like it, and I'm like, stop. Each time I get on stage, I'm excited to show what else I have. I mean, obviously sometimes there's a few fan favorites, guys like, oh, I like this piece, do this piece, do this piece. But I'm excited to see what people think of new material. It's still gonna hate on some men, and that's fine. We will grow together.
Lend me your ears and listen carefully, because I'm a black woman living spiritually. I had the audacity to wake up today, put my foot down with the power of God and make Satan pray. I walked out of the house with my head held high and a stern face, the kind that looks at you and puts you in your place. So don't try me, because you'll have the right one on the wrong day. Lend me your ears and listen carefully, because I'm a black woman living secretly. There's layers of hurt underneath a facade of she's so strong. I'm expected to take it, and take it all, even though I know the other person is wrong. I'm avoiding labels like unapproachable, the angry black woman. She's got an attitude. Forget that. Be unapproachable. It means less people are likely to try something stupid. Get angry, because we still have to push and pull and fight and scream for rights that we should have today. Get an attitude. Don't shrink yourself down for people who are trying to break you down simply so they can crush you. Lend me your ears and listen carefully, because I'm a black woman trying to live free. I'm trying to free myself of demons passed down to me. There are people out here tripping me, glass ceilings stopping me, but I will not fall. I will shatter each and every single one of them. I will fly above them all. Lend me your ears and listen carefully, because I'm a black woman living magically. My hair alone defies gravity. The sun is my lover, see how she dances on my skin, ranging from caramel to midnight, each shade a magnificent sight. I am carvaceous, vivacious, my culture contagious, and it's evident. Look at how many people are trying to be us. Lend me your ears and listen carefully. I'm out here speaking my piece so I can have my peace of mind. I'm asking you, don't make it harder for me or mine. I'm just a black woman trying to survive.
You guys are awesome.
She's also been in Vogue. Look at her pose. There we go. Just okay. Learning.
I think they have enough